Greetings, Eric Backer, New Zealand naturopath, author of Candida Crusher, formulator of the CanXida range of supplements. Thanks for checking out my video. I do appreciate it. I always get questions. I've got a whole heap of questions here today. I'm going to go through a few of these. Why did I get Candida? This is a question I was asked from a lady called Erin O'Reilly from Colorado in America. Beautiful Colorado where the Rocky Mountains are, I believe. So, Erin, let's just talk a little bit about, why you got Candida in the first place. The reason why people get anything is quite simply something caused it, right? I wrote about this extensively in Candida Crusher about, the cause is very important. But when you go to a doctor, the cause is not as important as the actual treatment itself. When you come to someone like me, the cause is very, very important to try and establish what went wrong. Now, I'm not sure of your age, but I know that when some people get a little bit older, sometimes, and they've had a condition a long time, they tend to forget the cause, particularly the primary cause they'll forget. So there are two types of causes we're dealing with when it comes to Candida, or in fact when it comes to any kind of condition that you develop. There's the primary cause, there's the maintaining cause. I've always known this, for a long, long time. I started to work out, well, hang on a minute, what causes someone to get unwell? That's what the primary cause is, okay? And often it can be one dramatic event or a series of several events that occurred, and eventually something wore that person down and they got sick. But generally there'll be one big thing. It could be antibiotics, it could be a long-term prescription of the oral contraceptive pill, it could have been a relationship that went, really crappy, a divorce, it could be bankruptcy, it could have been a prison term or a death of a loved one. There could be a big emotional cause. There could be, some kind of big dramatic nutritional cause that you fell on hard times and you were eating like white bread and jam and Coca-Cola all the time. Could be something like that. So that's what I call the primary cause. And then, of course, we need to look at the maintaining cause. What keeps it going? Was it going back to the doctor 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 times? I had a patient yesterday that had been into over 40 doctors. 40 doctors! Can you believe it? She spent $100,000 plus to try and get well. And it panned out that this poor woman had a tummy infection. She didn't have Candida at all. She had Helicobacter pylori, and literally, this patient's going to feel pretty good pretty soon. But many times, if a test result comes back inconclusive, then it's all deemed to be in the patient's head. They've probably got depression or something like that. So, why did I get Candida? Well, Erin, think about the cause. What do you think caused the Candida? And more importantly, how do you know you have Candida? Because you may not even have Candida. Okay, you may have a lack of beneficial bacteria. I've spoken about this many times in videos now, that stool testing is a definitive way to determine if you've got really a yeast infection affecting your gut, and more importantly, affecting your whole body. A gut is the best place to start. When I looked at your email, I noticed you had lots of digestive symptoms like bloating, like gas, like constipation. So testing is probably going to help you, at least establish exactly what the hell's going on inside your body. All right. So think about what you did. Did you take an antibiotic? Did you go through a stressful period? And more importantly, as I said, why is the Candida, gone on in your body, or the perceived Candida, or the perceived digestive problem? What's kept it going? These are the things you really need to think about, okay? So I want you to think about those things. So that's probably why you got Candida. There was a cause, and that needs to be established. And then the maintaining cause needs to be established. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your question. Don't forget to click on the link below if you haven't got my report already.